Take two. Alright, I tried this video once. My cat went crazy, so I'm doing it again. And it almost makes sense because I wanted to be a little more detailed about 2009 to 2010. I had actually met Eve in 2009. We became good friends. We spent that Thanksgiving together, that Christmas. Spent New Year's together. It was nice. We were just friends, having fun. I had learned in the beginning of that year, I had heard from someone that every day the clock strikes 11:11. The only time on the clock, all the numbers are the same. And if you happen to be looking at the clock at that time, you get to make a wish. So almost every time that year that I caught 11:11, I would wish that Eve would marry me. Well, I would have been her third husband, and I didn't think that would happen. So it's one of those you gotta be careful what you wish for. We end up going out 2010, seeing my mom. 13 years I hadn't seen my mother. I just happened to find her in 2009, looking for my cousin. Wanted to find him and put a good hurting on him for taking Chris from me. But I ended up finding my mom. I called her up. She lived in Iowa. Told me that she had had her number restricted for the last 13 years and she just got tired of paying that $5 extra. So she stopped and her number popped up. And there, I could speak with my mom. So then, now that I'm talking to my mom, she wants me to come see her, me and Eve take a long drive out to Iowa. We see my mom. First woman to see my mom since Veronica and Cheryl. It was great to see her. I had missed my mother so much. We had a very nice night. She shocked the hell out of Eve. It was a moment. We were sitting there looking at my baby pictures and stuff. My mom comes out of her bedroom with this white rag all folded up. I'm like, what's that? She unfolds it. It's a fucking Taurus 38 special, no hammer. She's like, look what I got now. It's like, that's beautiful. I look over to talk to Giselle. She's shaking like a leaf and scared. She had never seen a gun. Man, I was like, here, Mom. Takes it, puts it away. Later on, my mom had asked me, is there something up with that? I was like, Mom, I had never seen a gun. My mom was like, oh, okay. Fine. Had a wonderful weekend. Go and have breakfast. We come back. It was so nice. Giselle that helped me move from my brothers. We had done some things together. And rolled up the October of the 2010. Me and Giselle had a lot of things. Giselle was her real name. She finally did tell me. She had also mentioned to me that there was never going to be a me and her, and that I shouldn't even think about it, because I really wanted to date her. I really wanted there to be an us, and it wasn't going to happen. So I only wished for it. One October day, actually I think it was in September, my luck, it was September 24th. She'd given me a ride home because I had drank way too much, drive myself. we got back and kind of were arguing about how I didn't like the fact that there were other guys, specifically this one guy named Bob. Oh, I hate the name Bob. So I tell her, you know what, we shouldn't really see each other. I get out of the car, I'm gonna head upstairs, and she gets out, she comes to me and she says, Adam, will you marry me? And I looked at her and the first thing I said was, are you drunk? She says, no, I would really like to marry you. I said, why? She said something to me that sealed it. She told me I was the best man she had ever met. That I was smart, funny, talented, and she would love to spend the rest of her life with me. I told her, you know, let's talk about this in the morning. I headed upstairs, went to sleep, talked the next day, and she was serious. So we started talking about getting married and the plans of that, and that October 10, 14/10, we got married. We took over the condo that Jeff and Tanya were staying in, and this is where we live. This is what we do. It was my wish had come true. She used to always tell me, this is a great area. And I never understood it until later. I'll explain. This is why I think the way I do. I said it was a nice sunny day. As you can see, it's beautiful. I love the sun. What a year. 30. I turned 30. Man, turning 30 for me was a big change. I'd had it planned since I was like 20 something. When I had a big bash and 30 symbols everywhere over the hill and all that stuff. And now, none of that was gonna happen. Chris was gone, living at Tiny and Jeff's. I'm unemployed. Seeing this stripper on the side. And Tanya had mentioned to me, what do you want to do? I know you had big plans, but what? I had said, well, let's go to a casino. I've never done that. Her husband liked gambling, and he always liked the casino, talked about it. He had me wondering. So we went to the casino. We were there about 15 minutes. Her husband had $15,000 on the slot machine. That was the end of that night. We spent some quick money and got the hell out of there. We get home. Just wow. We sit down. They hand me 2 birthday cards. One says how special I am, and they care about me, and they love me. And the second card is them explaining to me that they want to give me the winnings, because we wouldn't have been there unless I had said it. So she gave me $10,000, and I used it to get rid of the debt that I had accumulated from Chris leaving. Man, oh, when she left, oh, did I go down the hill. Like I said, drank all the time. It was pretty brutal. So I got myself somewhat out of debt, married. Life looked up so much. And then life changes, it does. I thought everything happened for a reason. Believe it or not, later on I had my car taken in because I wanted it fixed, and it turned out there was nothing wrong with it. The guy started it up, drove it around, and it never broke down for like the next 10 years. 6 years, something like that. It stayed working for a very long time. I was like, why didn't it start? Is that why I met Eve? I didn't know. To this day, I think of it very differently. Back then, I thought that was the reason. I'll get more into these thoughts later. Just wanted to explain a little bit more. As I thought about it, that's what happened, and that's how it was. It's now about 2010 in my mind, I guess, in this story, and things start to change. See you guys in the next one. Later.